Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Howard operating from the gun. He'll find Metcalf.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Here we go, son. Hey, Cam. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 79 Bronco. Go.
Looking to throw. Howard. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Howard from the gun on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go?
Touchdown, Jets. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Howard. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Howard. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Go.
On play action, Fields. And this will be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Straight ahead is Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
No more, no more.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw is Howard. Throwing to start the drive. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. And here's Freiermuth again. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
19 tight. Go.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready. Mustang 19. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's DK Metcalf running this slant. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. Boswell's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
This one deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand. But 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
On the end around, here comes Smith. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Don't jump. Ready?
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Hard throw, incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
18, Pioneer.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A final shot before the break. Fields looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Fields. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Go.
Hall again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Stand. 11. Hey, 551. All right.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kadarius Toney from 21 yards away. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Here's Howard throwing to start the drive. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Looking to throw. Howard. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Come 19. Hey, check that. Hey.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
79 Broncos.
Howard now from the gun on third down. Flushed out right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Let's go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 28-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
60 Eagles, go!
Second and long. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
60 Bobcat, go!
From the gun on third down, Howard toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the